Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Tuesday, August 27th Create My Banners webinar. For those of us just joining, my name is Carrie, and I'm going to be walking through with you today on branding your products and advertisements. So let's get started. The first note for this one is to relate to your target audience. Determine who your target market is, whether you're aiming towards teenagers or young adults, or possibly even an older audience, parents or grandparents, depending on your product. Represent something your target can relate to. So if, say, you're choosing for teenagers, you're going to want to choose something like high school or something that the majority of your target is going to be able to associate with and connect with, because in the end, something that they connect with will sell to them better than something that they don't. What is the one thing you want your brand to be known for? You need to decide what you want to promote and how you want to promote it. Determine on what you want to say to them in the short period of time that you have their attention. What differentiates you from your competition? How are you different? Why are you special? Why should they choose your product over any other competition? And what do you have to bring to the table that's unique? Use that message to create a simple brand message. You don't need to explain the technicalities of every single feature in your message. Explain how it will benefit your customers. Customers must be able to explain what you are about in one sentence, so your message can be easily spread. So make it clear, concise, and most importantly, memorable. Think of the game like Broken Telephone, where people spread the message continuously. You want it to be as clear and concise and easy to remember as possible, so that way you get your message to as many people as you can. Develop a consistent brand voice. So things like using a consistent tone, consistent colors, a consistent feel to all your advertisements. Take Nike, for example. Everyone knows what they're going to see in a Nike ad. They know what the product is, what the logo is, and how it's displayed. Even Apple has a consistent voice. It's more elite, it's cleaner, and it's a very strong brand. So you're going to want to create a unique personality for people to connect with. In Apple's case, it's a very expensive, very prime product. You want it to be top of the market, and you want to show how you connect with your audience. The product or service must be consistent to what your brand voice promises. So if you're promising the top, the most elite, the best product there is, you're going to want to live up to that standard. If you're not, then people won't trust you as much. So you have to maintain your customers' trust. Develop a consistent brand voice. So still on the same topic, you'll want to maintain consistency. So when updating your brand, keep it to small changes to update it and bring it more to life, or fix something that you think will work better, but you still want it to be recognizable. As you can see with the Pepsi logo, you can see just how it carries on through the time periods, that there's things that they carry forward, whether putting it in a pop cap and then keeping the pop cap while changing the text, and then you can see how it slowly evolves into something more modern. You wouldn't want to jump from something like their 1898 Pepsi Cola Red Writing version straight to the red-blue logo, because no one would notice it. No one would understand what it was when they first saw it. You want to keep it consistent and keep the changes smooth, so that way people should always recognize your logo. Visual consistency. Things like your trademarks, colors, logo, your type, and even the images you use should all be the same style in mind. You're not going to want to use a comic book style font, text, and images but then with a more like a Western feel of background because it's not going to make sense. People aren't going to understand how that relates. You want to keep everything consistent so that way between your logos, your product, your packaging, your merchandising, everything should maintain the same kind of consistent colors and logo. Remind your customers about your brand. If they've only seen it on the packaging, it's easy to forget. So you have to constantly be reinforcing your brand by continuing using it through social media, your letterheads, business cards, at the bottom of your emails, in your advertisements, over and over again. It's the constant awareness and constant pushing of your brand that will make it memorable for your customers. Think big and be big. Branding can help your small business by portraying it as a serious player. By maintaining consistent branding, you maintain a feel of class and promote yourself so that you look cleaner, more trustworthy, and consistent. If you think big with your brand, you can use it to capture potential clients and win their trust this way. And the best part is it'll grow with you. So, as your business grows, which it would, then your brand can grow with you. And that's it for the tips we have today. Thanks everyone for coming.